I'm back, you're back, and Derby City Wrestling is back, and we are welcoming you to a new year of United Wrestling Network action. Hey friends, Gilbert Corsi coming to you from the United World headquarters, and what an hour we have for you today. In our main event, former Heritage and TV champion Jordan Cruz faces his former friend in Judiz in a feud that brewed for almost all of 2023. Plus, the ever-impressive J-Rod's here in women's action, and the Ultimate Athlete looking to start the year off in a dominant way. United Wrestling veteran Mikey O'Shea makes his Derby City Wrestling debut this week against the always game Jason Levels. And in our opening contest, it's only fitting that we kick things off in outlandish fashion with the one and only Zicky Dice.
And we are off and running here.
Zicky Dice already spoiling the fun, saying the pool party's over.
Well, you'll be hard-pressed to tell that to the pool noodle warrior, Alan Breeze. It's always a pool party when he's in the house.
Yeah, not going quietly into the deep end is the pool noodle warrior.
It's infectious.
And for once, Zicky Dice is the one that seems to want to put a stop to the antics. That's sort of a new fit for him.
Zicky Dice usually is the life of the party. There we go.
United
there's the
noodle party.
No.
Oh, well, you know what? That dog won't hunt, Zicky. I don't think that's how you break a pool noodle.
And now, oh man, playtime is over. Zicky Dice running over Alan Breeze. Zicky Dice, former Heritage champion, former television champion, a title that he wants back. He let Johnny LaCosto know, no bones about it. He wants that gold back.
Yeah, it seems fixated, honestly, TK. I mean, you saw he's coming out there saying, I am TV. And sort of this new attitude, the very aggressive, no-nonsense styles raking at the eyes of Breeze there. And it's sort of, you know, Zicky Dice, it's always a matter of which one's going to show up, the killer or the clown. Right now, Zicky Dice is all killer in there. Big back body drop.
Wow, high elevation off the high dive there for Alan Breeze. And he finds himself in deep water right now in this matchup with Zicky Dice. Zicky Dice, with all his antics, more aggressive than ever, but you can't take away his championship accolades.
No doubt about it. I mean, you know, Zicky Dice has used those, what do you call them, antics or mind games, to great effect over his career. Speaking of great effect, Breeze with the drop kick on the mark, and now some splash hits to Zicky Dice, backing him into the corner.
Splish splash, and not that he was gonna take a bath, but getting cleaned up right now by Zicky Dice. Big boot right up the middle, and Dice looking to capitalize here. Power, oh man, that will do a number on your midsection there.
Yeah, malice of forethought from Zicky Dice. Just unceremoniously depositing Breeze midsection first into the corner, and it is all Zicky right now. Big time power bomb.
Got an urgent and important news story. Cannonball.
You know, you got me, TK. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Nasty stuff there though. Release power bomb by Zicky Dice. Uh-oh, looks like he's setting him up here, James.
Vicious neck breaker from Zicky into the cover, and that's all she wrote.
Little snake rattle and roll, and Zicky Dice is on a roll right here in Derby City Wrestling. You know, this guy over the years has had his naysayers, but he's not joking around.
Oh, again, new attitude and that new fixation. Wants to be television champion once again. The outlandish one with a new focus.
More action coming your way on Derby City.
What up, y'all? This is Willie Mack. I ain't been to Derby City in a minute, but guess what? I'm coming back, and I got some gold on my mind, some championship gold. See, I've won some matches here, had a lot of great opponents, but now it's time to take this thing to the next level. United Wrestling Network, I see it's a lot of people going after that World Heavyweight Championship, but why not you?
Yo. Willie Mack. Will all day. I hear you talking about championships, talking about gold, talking like you're the man.
I am a man. I didn't say I was the man, but continue.
Well, you ain't the man. Not now that Will Alday's here. And if you got a problem with that, how about we go out there, we figure this little problem out for ourselves. What do you say to that, Willie Mack?
That sounds like that could be arranged and handled.
I'll see you out there.
Oh yeah, you're gonna see me. You're gonna see a lot of me.
How'd it happen?
She showed up dead on arrival.
This never gets easier.
It does when you call Car Shield before your car breaks down. Look at these prices. The camshaft, transmission, engine.
Don't people know? A plan through Car Shield could protect up to 5,000 parts and systems.
You hate to see it.
An out-of-warranty car is gonna break down eventually.
Right, which is why they need a plan through Car Shield. Those expensive repair bills get paid and at the mechanic of their choice. They're notifying the family.
Poor guy, he doesn't even know what's coming.
Another victim of senselessly expensive repair bills. Can't save them all.
But we can keep trying. Didn't have to end this way. If he'd have just called Car Shield before his car broke down.
Exactly.
Protect yourself from the unprecedented rise in cost for parts and repairs. Call now to save money with your price lock guarantee. Call Car Shield now. Call 800-439-9895.
Quick crack. Wash all you want. Don't drive dirty.
Here's a great way to save money on your prescription medications. If you take Viagra or Cialis, we can give you a way to pay as little as $2 a pill. Compare that to prices as high as $60 per tablet. Call now with your prescription and pay as little as $2 a pill. We offer 24/7 service and always free delivery and confidential packaging. Call Pharmacy Shop 24/7 to get generic versions of Viagra or Cialis for as little as $2 a pill, plus free discreet shipping.
Like I was saying, bro, congrats on the promotion. It looks real good on you. You deserve it. Thank you. I know you work hard and stuff like that. You've been keeping me busy, so congratulations.
No doubt about it. Look, longest reigning United Champion ever, and you're affording bear sweaters now. I appreciate that. You're always stylish, but on top of that, I appreciate you as champion because you've gone everywhere at the title. We're talking Puerto Rico, Mexico, all across the U.S., and every single time you gave me that call, I always approved it because I knew you were going to hold that title with the utmost respect. And thank you for doing that on behalf of everyone at United.
Of course, man. I mean, honestly, let's be real. You know, this company means a lot to me. Yeah. You know that. Everybody at home knows that. Everybody watching. And yes, you have kept me busy, whether it was in Mexico, Puerto Rico, with Savio Vega, defending the championship over there, all over the U.S., taking on guys from Derby City and across the nation. I've been holding this. Everybody's gunning for me. What's up, Pete?
Hey, J-Lo, what's up, man?
Hey,
damn, that's it, man. Almost 400 days.
Almost.
What a reign, dude. You're everywhere. I love it.
Thank you.
Incredible, man. Good luck.
It's good to have you back.
Thanks,
How
man.
you feeling, sir?
I feel good. I feel healthy. I feel strong.
Well, good. Now that you feel healthy and strong, we should rumble sometime or hit the club, whatever works. Johnny, I'll holler at you, puppy.
You're not still going to clubs, are you?
Yeah, here and there. Congratulations, man. General manager.
Yeah, coming from producer Peter Avalon, I appreciate it, but this is, it's intense. I mean, there's the nonstop phone calls, the nonstop meetings. Do you know Zoom calls have actually taken all the fun out of the word Zoom?
Yeah.
It's a lot. And dealing with sponsors, don't even get me started.
Forget it. But now that you GM, there's a couple things I want to talk to you about when you get an opportunity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I got to go right now, but please keep that in mind because my door's always open.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you, man.
See you soon.
Appreciate it.
The following contest is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Long Beach, California, the SoCal hippie, Jin Savini.
talked about new talent making their United Wrestling Network debuts. That is the case for Jen Savini. Finds herself with a great time to join the women's division with that women's world title on the horizon.
Yeah, couldn't have said it better myself. The chaotic maelstrom set to get even more chaotic.
And introducing her opponent from Columbus, Ohio, the ultimate athlete, J-Rod.
Now we talked about the physicality of Buck Skinner and what he brings to the table when it comes to the women's division. I don't think you're gonna find a more dominant athlete than the ultimate athlete, J-Rod.
Incredible background. University of Alabama, multi-sport athlete, so well-rounded, so naturally gifted, but a bad attitude to go along with all of that.
Nick Saban might have called it quits, but I don't think J-Rod is going anywhere. She's got her sights on that world title. You mentioned it, Alabama Crimson Tide. What an athlete. Volleyball, softball, cheer, gymnastics. You know, was competitive in so many different things, and now here in the United Wrestling Network.
Samoan Dynasty trained, just has excelled in all those sports, and everywhere she has gone and has excelled here at the United Wrestling Network as well.
You mentioned that a Samoan Dynasty trained under the likes of Hall of Famer Rikishi. And so physical. And Jen Savini, boy, a tough draw in her United debut here against J-Rod, who's been nothing but completely dominant since debuting.
But if Jen is able to hang tough, weather this storm right now, she looks like she's trying to hold back an avalanche named J-Rod. If she's able to weather this, is able to score the upset over J-Rod, gotta believe that leapfrogs her in title competition.
No question about it. It will turn a lot of heads. And Savini, don't let that SoCal hippie moniker fool you. She's not about peace and love. She is a prolific striker and trying to get J-Rod rocking and reeling early. Nice forearm there in the corner.
And you know, J-Rod has had so much success in her career everywhere she's gone. We've talked about that sports background. How is she going to weather that first big setback, though, is something I'm looking for. Or even if it's just in the course of a match, how will she dig down deep?
I hear you. I see that with a lot of undefeated fighters in combat sports. However, that is a bridge that J-Rod has not had to cross yet. And look at this. Oh, a little insult to injury. Down to two, couple push-ups.
Not able to get three. A little bit too much taunting going on from J-Rod. Savini still in this fight.
You know, it's a new year. A lot of people hitting the gym. J-Rod lives there year-round.
Yeah, not a New Year's resolution gym goer is J-Rod ultimate spear just flattens Savini, and there it is.
Here is your winner, J-Rod.
The ultimate athlete with the ultimate spear, as you would say, mercy. Mercy, tag 'em, bag 'em, and all points in between. J-Rod, laser focused, looking to perhaps make history as the first United Wrestling Network Women's World Champion. And I wouldn't want to contest her. That is for certain. More action coming your way. We're going to switch gears, tag team action, and that big grudge match main event coming your way from the United Wrestling Network.
You see me, gente? It may look like I'm standing in front of a random building, but I'm not, because 4 years ago, this was my life. This is where I lived, and I thought I had life figured out until life punched me in the face. My ex-fiance turned her back on me. The Marine Corps turned their back on me. I was left homeless, heartbroken, mentally exhausted, showering at an LA Fitness in Studio City, and then sleeping in my car with my dog. And I took all of that. I took everything life handed me and I turned it into fuel. Fuel to light a fire to the passion that burns inside of me. And now it's mic on, safety off, Slice Boogie. Because I took that passion and did everything that you're still trying to do in professional wrestling. I started my climb in the United Wrestling Network. And then I spun the block and picked you back up. I dragged you out the mud like I was still training Marine, Slice. So you got the game wrong, Papa. The Bodega was never supposed to be a group of bad guys. We were supposed to be a group of real ones with one thing in mind: rob the house. And we did that. We took the United Wrestling Network World Tag Team Championships. And then you got hurt. And I took that one step further. I brought the United Wrestling Network Heavyweight Championship home. And Now you trying to rob your home? This means more to you than everything we've been building in the last 3 years? See, that's the problem, Slice. You see, in your mind, every time you look in the mirror, you tell yourself, I'm not gonna be the Jannetty. And all I wanted to do was win with you. But you see, Slice, I could win without you. The United Wrestling Network World Tag Team Championships, you couldn't win without me in the ring. And Slice, check this out. If by chance, if by the grace of God, you happen to beat me for the United Wrestling Network World Heavyweight Championship, you still couldn't win without me in the ring. And that's because I'm the star, and you're just background.
How'd it happen?
She showed up dead on arrival.
This never gets easier.
It does when you call CarShield before your car breaks down. Look at these prices. The camshaft, transmission, engine.
Don't people know? A plan through CarShield could protect up to 5,000 parts and systems.
You hate to see it.
An out-of-warranty car is gonna break down eventually.
Right, which is why they need a plan through CarShield. Those expensive repair bills get paid and at the mechanic of their choice. They're notifying the family.
Poor guy. He doesn't even know what's coming.
Another victim of senselessly expensive repair bills. Can't save them all.
But we can keep trying. Didn't have to end this way. If he'd have just called CarShield before his car broke down.
Exactly.
Protect yourself from the unprecedented rise in cost for parts and repairs. Call now to save money with your price lock guarantee. Call CarShield now. Call 800-439-9895.
Quick crack. Wash all you want. Don't drive dirty.
Here's a great way to save money on your prescription medications. If you take Viagra or Cialis, we can give you a way to pay as little as $2 a pill. Compare that to prices as high as $60 per tablet. Call now with your prescription and pay as little as $2 a pill. We offer 24/7 service and always free delivery and confidential packaging. Call Pharmacy Shop 24/7 to get generic versions of Viagra or Cialis for as little as $2 a pill, plus free discreet shipping.
One West is about opportunity.
One West is about honoring our community.
One West is about economic development within the West End.
From where I've gone to where I am now, there's no way possible without One West that I'd be there.
One West is about revitalization.
One West, building together.
Contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, at a combined weight of 419 pounds, the team of wrestling superstar Sergio Santana and the Mountain Breaker, Kodo Hero.
Switching gears to tag team wrestling here in the United Wrestling Network. Our first opportunity to see this tandem together. And they've got that time-honored recipe of powerhouse and speed and technician.
Yeah, like Lendell White and Reggie Bush, change speeds, change it up for your opponent. It is a good formula.
And introducing their opponents at a combined weight of 355 pounds, top-notch Lucas Riley and Mad Drugi, Don Kubrick, the Krusty Crew.
Talking about new tag teams, our first opportunity to see this teaming, Lucas Riley and Dom Kubrick, here in the United Wrestling Network, the Krusty Crew. And certainly they have been teaming outside of the United Wrestling Network. These guys are action personified. They really know how to put it together when it comes to tag team continuity.
Yeah, incredible exuberance, and yes, really on the same page, the Krusty Crew. We'll see how it works for him right now.
Crowd certainly behind him. And I'll tell you, last time we saw Dom Kubrick, he was really a lone wolf. He was kind of down in the doldrums after, you know, had some bad relationships with the likes of Halston Body and company. SoCal Distancing, if you want to go way back, is a former tag team champion.
Flex McCallion here, one half of Beef Candy, and I know I've heard the rumblings, and me and Richie are doing just fine. There's nothing to worry about, but we will be trying some new things in the new year.
And speaking of former tag team champions, those words from Flex.
Yeah, I saw Flex with some boxing gloves on. Looks like he's trying something new. I'll tell you what, the gloves will be off in our main event later on in the program, though. Big time grudge match.
No question. Jordan Cruz, Drew Diz, those two do not like each other. Pace quickening here. Kodo Hero, and a phenomenal athlete, Mountain Breaker, but getting broken down right now by Lucas Riley. Great strike there into the corner, or into the cover. Had him dead to rights, but no. And I tell you, I gotta like what I'm seeing from this team, the Krusty Crew. You talk about Krusty, you talk about formulas, no one's gonna get their secret formula.
Wow, and you talked about the tag team continuity at the start. You were seeing it on display, the Krusty Crew, and into the cover goes Kubrick, only two. But Kodo Hero in a bad way rolling to tag in Sergio. Tagged himself, and I think Kodo Hero is still sort of getting his bearings. They're charging in. Was Sergio, but right into the arm drag by Kubrick.
Yeah, things not faring any better for Santana, but he's a big guy, powerful guy, no nonsense, that can maybe slow down some of this kinetic energy of the Krusty Crew. And there you see it right there.
Flattened him.
Came in for a crash landing.
Kubrick loves to use those ropes. Big time splash, could be all, no.
All that body weight down, boy, we almost took a trip to Upset City, USA right there. We've seen Santana in some tough matches in the past. He's rugged, no nonsense, looking good. And again, a unique tandem here with the Mountain Breaker.
Big time body avalanche. Santana in control, scoops him up, slams. Kodo Hero tagged himself in. And I don't think that they're really quite on the same page right now, but Kodo Hero acquitting himself nicely, coming in from the apron with the senton into the cover, 2 count.
Here's the deal, they're a little oil and water. There's a bit of dissension, but it's working. Didn't waste too much time, but had he immediately hit that senton, James Kincaid, perhaps the team of Kodo and Sergio would have gotten the win. Kodo, a lethal striker. We've seen it on display. Look at the speed here.
Oh
my goodness.
God, mercy, face first. That's gotta be it. Dead to rights, no. Unbelievable that Kubrick was able to kick out of that. That was nasty.
Mountain Breaker, cranium crusher by Kodo Hero. Just will dim your lights in a hurry. That'll change your IQ.
Kubrick still trying to fight out of it, needing a big time rally. Maybe finding it right now.
Kubrick's been such a great competitor in the United Wrestling Network, came so close to winning the television title in the past, but looking like he's getting shot out of a cannon right now is Lucas Riley. Look at this speed, poetry in motion, double stomp, little La Lanza right to the midsection.
Top notch, Lucas Riley looking top tier right now. And tagging back in Kubrick, I gotta believe that might be a little bit of a mistake. Kubrick sustained a lot of damage to come right back in there, but Krusty Crew making a fool of me. They're looking great.
Well, they're called a crew for a good reason. Here you see it. There it is, the Krusty Crusher.
Unbelievable.
What incredible tandem offense there.
Just bursting onto the tag team scene, the Krusty Crew here.
Boy, nothing crusty about these guys. Unbelievable, the movement of these two.
All Krusty Crew right now. Kodo Hero all alone in the night and nowhere to go but down into the cover. And that's it.
Wow. Amazing double team offense.
Here are your winners, the Krusty Crew.
We're gonna take a look back. 2 incredible double team moves. First, there was that Krusty Crusher, an elevation into the cutter, and then put him away with the Dutchman's curse at assisted powerbomb.
Some serious elevation sensation on both, and what a showcase, what a win for the Krusty crew.
The tag team division better be put on notice. Unbelievable, a match that'll leave you breathless. More action coming your way from the United Wrestling Network.
Thank you both for coming. I know it's no secret we've all had a lot of time to think, and I've been doing a lot of thinking. I've made a decision, and the conclusion was not easy to come by. I think we need to go our separate ways. And this is not malicious. Don't get me wrong. I love you both so much. Not just for what I've done for you. You're both great listeners. You soak up information like a sponge, and you know how to follow simple direction. More so, what you've done for me. You've taught me how to be a good leader. You've helped me capture and retain the United Wrestling Network World Television Championship on more than one occasion, and we can't pretend that you didn't. You helped me. Too many people are trying to use that as a crutch. They think I can't do it without you. We have to prove them wrong by separating. Now, you guys have gotten so much out of the institution, Savannah, #1 contender for the United Wrestling World Women's Championship. John, more TV time than you've had since before you met me. You've grown exponentially. I want to be certain that you know this split is amicable. You have my phone number. You can call me for advice whenever you want. But I have to do this for me. I have to move on. I have to walk a new path. After everything I've done, I still feel like I'm meant to prove myself. They should already know by now who I am, what I'm capable of. But it's just excuse after excuse after excuse, and I will not let the public treat you as excuses. You're my friends, you're my family. We've been through everything together. But now, I have to walk a new path. I love you.
How'd it happen?
She showed up dead on arrival.
This never gets easier.
It does when you call CarShield before your car breaks down. Look at these prices. The camshaft, transmission, engine.
Don't people know? A plan through CarShield could protect up to 5,000 parts and systems.
You hate to see it.
An out-of-warranty car is gonna break down eventually.
Right, which is why they need a plan through CarShield. Those expensive repair bills get paid and at the mechanic of their choice. They're notifying the family.
Poor guy. He doesn't even know what's coming.
Another victim of senselessly expensive repair bills. Can't save them all.
But we can keep trying. Didn't have to end this way. If he'd have just called CarShield before his car broke down.
Exactly.
Protect yourself from the unprecedented rise in cost for parts and repairs. Call now to save money with your price lock guarantee. Call CarShield now. Call 800-439-9895.
Don't worry, it's fake. But fake meds, that's a different story. Verify your meds with Safe.Pharmacy. Protect those you love from bad meds.
One West is about opportunity.
One West is about honoring our community.
One West is about economic development within the West End.
From where I've gone to where I am now, there's no way possible without One West that I'll be there.
One West is about revitalization.
One West, building together.
I see your brain working, Johnny. I see it working. What do you think?
I mean, there's a lot of history behind that idea, so I gotta admit, it's fantastic.
I know it's fantastic. I'm full of great ideas, Johnny.
Uh-huh.
So it's happening, right?
I think we could make that announcement next week.
One more time. Next week?
I think we could make that announcement next week.
My man, I appreciate that. Thank you.
All right.
It's Johnny! Just kidding, it's Zicky.
Man, yeah.
Johnny, just the guy I was looking for.
Of course.
Congratulations on becoming GM.
Thank you so
much. You do know what GM stands for, right?
Go ahead.
Googly Moogly!
Congratulations on using your dog to hawk merchandise.
Thanks, we can sell a lot of them. 1.2 million to be exact.
Yeah.
Johnny, but now that we're talking numbers, how about you look at the numbers here at the United Wrestling Network, and if my math is correct, I think that I'm next in line for a television championship opportunity.
Okay.
And since you're the man here, and let's not forget what happened last time you were at the Staples Center or Crypto.com Arena, you had your big moment and then you choked. So before you choke here, how about you give me my championship opportunity? And to be fair, if it wasn't for me, Jack Banning wouldn't have survived that match with Willie Mack.
Yeah, well aware of that. I don't understand anything else you just said, but the point is, Zicky, we have a long history. Your history with United, you are one of the greatest heritage champions of all time, but you are, to quote Charlie Murphy, a habitual line stepper. You leap past boundaries, you leap past rules. I remember in Atlanta when you beat up the high school kid with dead parents, we got kicked out of the city. But when it comes to contenders for a television championship, if there is a short list, Zicky Dice probably would be near the top of that list.
Outlandish, that's all I needed.
Okay. This job, I'm telling you.
Oh my goodness, look out here. Jason Levels trying to get the jump on the Irish juggernaut, Mikey O'Shea. And I think that's because Levels keeps taking on and picking fights with the biggest and the baddest in the United Wrestling Network, and he's tired of being on the losing end of the stick.
Yeah, I think Levels might have a little bit of a David and Goliath complex, and that's not going to help things. Absolutely launched with the fall-away slam. Mercy.
What explosion by the Irish juggernaut, just throwing for distance, little cartwheel. What's that gonna do? But get some momentum and speed going. I'll tell you, Levels is a great athlete.
Yeah, and he wants respect. He's willing to fight for it. That's why you see him taking on all these big opponents. Look at that, taking on and taking down the Irish juggernaut with that DDT, using that momentum.
Found a way to really hang on. Thought it might have been a guillotine choke, but was able to take him down with the DDT, standing shooting star, and really was able to utilize the weight of O'Shea down into that DDT as well. And O'Shea is shaken up here.
Yeah, right down on top of his head. And that, I mean, yeah, O'Shea is reeling. This could be Levels' best opportunity, but charging in, nobody home, shoulder first into the post, and an avalanche coming from the Irish juggernaut. And just stumbling into the waiting arms of O'Shea with a spine buster.
Vicious stuff there by O'Shea. One thing, fans of Derby City, if you're not familiar with O'Shea, Mikey's gonna wreck it. And he gets in there, he will do damage.
He's doing big time damage to Levels right now. Just keeps looking for his break, but I think he's looking in maybe some of the wrong places here. We're just taking on these gigantic challengers. What a chop.
O'Shea with a shot, like a hot knife going through some Irish soda bread there.
Look at the eyes of O'Shea, hearing the crowd imploring him to do it one more time. I think he is all too willing to oblige.
Mikey loves to dish out punishment and loves to give the fans what they want, and both are happening right now, much to the chagrin of Jason Levels.
Yeah, Levels needs to do what he can to maybe somehow slip out to the outside, create some distance, regroup here if he can, but it might be nothing doing, but no, able to slip out the back door, send O'Shea into the corner.
Looking to elevate here.
Yeah, could be the opening he needs. Levels from the top rope, taking down O'Shea.
What the hell was that?
That was a long way to go. O'Shea saying, what the hell was that? It was a long way to go for a takedown. The Escalera, though, but gets the big guy up and over. But I don't know that it had the desired effect.
I was just going to say, I'm not sure how impactful that was from Levels to the Irish Juggernaut. We'll soon see. Levels acquitting himself well right now.
Levels will get some distance here.
Oh, I think he thought he was sizing up the Irish Juggernaut. I don't think so. Oh, look, maybe going for crucifix pin here. No, just putting the brakes on. Is O'Shea too much power in that frame?
Crucifix, I think Levels is living on a prayer here, and I don't think that prayer is going to get answered.
Oh, no.
Elevates him into a fireman's carry. Uh-oh, look out, gunslinger. Oh, tick,
mercy.
Boom. Here's the cover. O'Shea dominant.
Here is your winner, Mikey O'Shea.
O'Shea looking good, and it wasn't a rocky road to Dublin. It was a rocky road in the way to another loss for Jason Levels.
Again, the David and Goliath complex, but Irish Juggernaut standing tall here in Derby City.
Count on it. O'Shea getting the pin and maybe a pint. O'Shea victorious on Derby City Wrestling.
How'd it happen?
She showed up dead on arrival.
This never gets easier.
It does when you call CarShield before your car breaks down. Look at these prices. The camshaft, transmission, engine.
Don't people know? A plan through CarShield could protect up to 5,000 parts and systems.
You hate to see it.
An out-of-warranty car is gonna break down eventually.
Right, which is why they need a plan through CarShield. Those expensive repair bills get paid and at the mechanic of their choice. They're notifying the family.
Poor guy, he doesn't even know what's coming.
Another victim of senselessly expensive repair bills. Can't save them all.
But we can keep trying. Didn't have to end this way. If he'd have just called CarShield before his car broke down.
Exactly.
Protect yourself from the unprecedented rise in cost for parts and repairs. Call now to save money with your price lock guarantee. Call CarShield now. Call 800-439-9895.
Quick crack. Wash all you want. Don't drive dirty.
Here's a great way to save money on your prescription medications. If you take Viagra or Cialis, we can give you a way to pay as little as $2 a pill. Compare that to prices as high as $60 per tablet. Call now with your prescription and pay as little as $2 a pill. We offer 24/7 service and always free delivery and confidential packaging. Call Pharmacy Shop 24/7 to get generic versions of Viagra or Cialis for as little as $2 a pill, plus free discreet shipping.
Banning. Well, because you refused to come to my office, apparently now this is my office. What would you like to say?
I refused to come to your office, John, because I don't like you. And I figured if you had something important to say to the television champion, you would come and find me yourself. And you did. Yeah, good job, man.
Yeah, that's one thing you are correct about. You are the television champion. Yes, I have something important to tell you. Besides all your gaslighting and your psychological torture you've done to your opponents and quite frankly, everyone around you, the fact remains only 3 individuals have ever held that title for more days. Scorpio Sky, Royce Isaacs, and Levi Shapiro. And you have been a very impressive television champion. Wow. So I wanted to let you know that next week, you will be in the main event defending the television championship.
Wow. Johnny LaQuasta with a very rare compliment. Thank you so much, but don't come out here and call me a gaslighter, say that I torture people. You want to spin a narrative because the camera's out here. I get it. I know your tactics. Look, I've been a fighting champion this entire time. I've been ready and willing to wrestle anybody at any time.
Along with the institution doing everything possible to help you keep that title.
Gotta eat to live. Gotta steal to eat.
eat the rich. I get it.
Look, I'm just trying to even the playing field. Now, who's my opponent?
Well, that's the funny thing. You being a television champion, a fighting television champion, someone who's always ready, I'm going to make it a surprise. So you'll find out your opponent next week.
No, a surprise. John, you're full of surprises.
Contest is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from the Bay Area, weighing in at 215 pounds, the Black Rose, Ju Diz.
We touched on it, a lot of new talent on the program. We just saw the Krusty Crew earlier, but this is a vendetta that has stood the test of time.
Big time grudge, big time score to be settled here. What a moment for Ju Diz, finally gonna get his hands on Jordan Cruz.
And introducing his opponent from Lafayette, Louisiana, weighing in at 219 pounds, Jordan Cruz.
Jordan Cruz getting an earful from the faithful here, but you can't take away his accolades. Former television champion, former heritage champion, incredible athlete. But these two, it's been very personal. You know, at one point, they were allies. They were fighting alongside each other. It was really taking on Jack Banning and the institution was a catalyst for a friendship that really then drove a wedge between these two. It's been a bitter vendetta ever since, and a great way to kick off the year by hopefully settling the score between these two volatile, combustible enemies.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about driving a wedge. Jordan Cruz, in my estimation, he just took that wedge. He just stabbed Ju Diz in the back. That's what it was. Shattered that alliance, that friendship, what I thought was born out of mutual respect and this sort of just transformation of Jordan Cruz, and not for the better.
Yeah, when Cruz lost that TV title, he just absolutely snapped. And Ju Diz tried to come to his aid and paid for it in a big way. But two incredible athletes literally locking horns here. Just so much power. And, you know, it's like a mirror match. These guys, incredible athletes. They've got power. They've got agility. They could go anywhere you want to take a match.
Both have tremendous determination, but there you see maybe the lengths that Jordan Cruz is willing to go to that Ju Diz is not, and that's really what got us here in the first place. In a lot of ways, and Ju Diz just running over Cruz. Cruz trying to get his bearings, gonna try and take a timeout here, maybe take a walk.
Cruz, the ring general there, that tells me a lot. He tried to take a shortcut in the opening seconds, grabbing the hair. He knows what type of fight he's in.
Oh, and full Nelson from Ju Diz here. Couldn't get all of it there.
Black Rose, nice takedown by Ju Diz. I think when the pace quickens, it's gonna favor Ju Diz. You're seeing it here. Leapfrog, beautiful flying forearm, got the crossbody as well. Looks for the cover, only a count of one early. You're not gonna beat him yet.
Caught him, landed almost right into that cover, but yeah, not able to stop Cruz yet, but he's hurting, he's feeling it. Trying to get some feeling back in that jaw. No, maybe suckering Diz in there, but Diz able to land on his feet on the apron. What does Diz have in mind? Doesn't matter. Cruz again with the hair, putting a stop to it. Back of the head first to the apron and to the outside goes Diz, and Cruz is going up top.
Wow, this is a bit out of character for the modern Spartan, pulling out all the stops. Oh, drops the
vicious double axe.
Yes, boy, there's a throwback if there ever was one. I guess a little method to his madness.
Yeah, very savage by Jordan Cruz, but effective, much to the chagrin of this crowd here. But yeah, Jordan Cruz really started with a handful of hair, back of the head first, and now just taking full advantage on the outside.
Well, there was the hair grabbing, but that was a wide open shot upstairs, that devastating double axe handle. Cruz in control. We'll be back right after this. Cruz looking to put him away. No, we'll be back. Welcome back, everybody. After that vicious double axe handle before the break, Jordan Cruz just grinding this thing out, applying a lot of pressure. He's got a game plan. He is attacking the head and neck region, now going for the cover after that knee strike. Only a count of 2, putting in the work.
Employing his strategy, grinding the pace of this match to the tempo he wants. But I got to say, got a little overconfident on that cover there. So Diz able to get the shoulder up, still hanging tough, but needs to dig down deep and find some type of counter, some type of rally, because it is all Cruz right now.
And I got to ask you, James, do you think with this attack, he could very well be softening up that head and neck region for the Titan driver?
I think that is absolutely what is on Cruz's mind. Softening up for the Titan driver. I'm sure he's going to try and get that Dory Larry in there. Again, going to the head and neck. Bending but not breaking any rule he can find right now is Jordan Cruz, and mocking the official, but taking his eye off the ball for a moment. Could provide an opening for Diz, but only a fleeting one.
But Diz just doesn't have much. And now, a neck breaker, and that is only going to add more pain, blues, and agony to Ju Diz into the cover, getting closer and closer. And Ju Diz, ever since that double axe handle, wide open shot, now you see the neck breaker, the knee drop. He is a different athlete here. He is having trouble, as they say, where the head goes, the body goes, and there's going nowhere but down right now.
Yeah, Diz is hurt, and Cruz knows it. I mean, he's just absolutely zeroed in on the head and neck, but Diz with the big-time counter and could score the 3-0. God, what a victory that would be for Ju Diz to just come out of nowhere with that, but showing more fight. Oh, that knee! The light's got to be out.
What a shot. He could be knocked out. Follow-up knee. If the first one doesn't do it, the next one will. Has him stacked up. That's going to do it. No.
Look at Diz.
Wow, he's got a lot of heart, a lot of want to. He got waylaid early on. He got sneak attacked by Jordan Cruz. He got stabbed in the back. This match means a whole heck of a lot for Ju Diz, the Black Road.
So much pride in the Bay Area's own Ju Diz. And I am inclined to agree. This is in fact awesome, and awesome determination on display from Ju Diz, and just more underhanded tactics though from Jordan Cruz. Trying to cut off the air supply of Ju Diz.
And as this continues, if this match goes into deep water, I mean, Ju Diz is capable of spurts like that cover that he had, that beautiful maneuver, but after taking the shortcuts, Jordan Cruz, time of possession offensively has been in his favor, but a nice rip back elbow there by Ju Diz, who looks now to be cooking with gas.
And just the pride, heart, and determination of Ju Diz. I gotta believe could be the difference in this, but that critical injury that I believe Diz has sustained is really playing into Cruz's hands, and from the second rope, but just eats a shot from Ju Diz, and now Cruz is down.
Went to the well one too many times.
Deep cover.
Almost put him away. And I'll tell you, Ju Diz's counter wrestling ability has been on point. And that big shot you can see right to the kisser of Jordan Cruz. You know, this is a personal vendetta, so I guess we shouldn't be surprised that this is really turning into a striking war.
Not at all. Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be just as personal, as close quarters as it can get in there, and I think that's why you mentioned earlier just how much this means to Diz, that he's even been able to stay in this matchup after the damage he sustained. A lot of lesser men would have cried quits, but not Ju Diz.
Now I mentioned that Jack Banning had a lot to do with these two just splitting and their fiery vendetta, but how about what we heard? We've seen that the institution has been disbanded, and Jack Banning is going to put the United World Television title on the line next week.
Yeah, the institution, I mean, I don't know what's scarier, the inmates running the asylum or the inmates being released out into the open cover. Diz could get the win here, no.
Yeah, the institution sent back to the wild, and Ju Diz was running wild there, stringing together the offense, but again, fatigue sets in. That injury is bothering him. He's having trouble there. It's going to be hard. He's going to be hard-pressed to maintain an advantage.
Well, at a certain point, I mean, I know how badly Diz wants to get revenge on Jordan Cruz for everything that he has done, but at a certain point, talk about that injury, at what point is discretion the better part of valor? You got to think about your long-term future in there.
I'll tell you what, Jordan Cruz might be going upstairs, but Ju Diz goes downstairs with that dragon screw leg whip. Oh, and the up kicks now. Devastating stuff.
Yeah, Cruz fighting out of that in a hurry. You can see the effects of that dragon screw. Diz caught him this time, spinning back elbow, rocking Cruz, and face first into Diz's knee, sweeps the leg and grabs a single leg crab. Gonna force Jordan Cruz to tap out right here.
Really wrenching back. We'll see what Cruz is made of. Gets to the safety of the ropes there. Boy, another great succession of offense by Diz. That leg sweep after the dragon screw and then the half crab. So both these guys came in with great strategies, because I'll tell you, if Cruz doesn't have his legs underneath him, he's not scooping up Diz into that Titan driver.
Cruz scoops Diz to the outside.
Swing and a miss, though. Diz, I think, agility can become a factor. Swing and a miss again. As Diz now, little springboard action into the knowledge drop.
How did Cruz kick out? Thought that was absolutely gonna be 3.
Smart thinking with the knowledge drop, but now he's going for that black magic elbow, but
Cruz saw it coming, and again with the hair.
Uses the hair again. He won't find a rule that he won't break, and look out here, trying to, spikes him with the pile driver.
Right on the head. That's gotta be it. Diz is done. Diz is not just getting the shoulder up.
That's one of those moves that was banned at certain times in the world of professional wrestling, and that shows you the animosity, the hatred that these former friends have, that Cruz would spike him on his head after attacking the head and neck throughout this matchup. Yeah, he has no remorse for his action.
Potential career-threatening move, and you're talking about it could be looking Titan driver. Diz tried to get out of it. Cruz caught him. No, Diz with the counter again.
Back the other way, round and round they go. Handful of tights, not this way. Taking every shortcut in the book and then some into a sleeper. Boy, they're pulling out all the tricks in their playbook here.
And the lights could be dimming. Valiant effort from Diz. But it could be all for naught here as Cruz has that in deep.
Referee Chris Massey checking the arm. It's dropped twice, one more time, and that bell is gonna ring. It'll be over. Oh no, he has some life left, James Kincaid. He's got some fight left. Adrenaline can do wonders.
Diz still bringing the fight up to his feet, fighting out of that sleeper hold. Don't know how the lights are even still on, but the fire burning bright in Diz right now.
Pump handle here. What's Diz looking for? Out the back door goes George Cruz.
No.
This time he's got him hooked again for that Titan driver. Back the other way. Uh-oh, stealing a page.
Diz hit the Titan driver. Are you kidding me?
Diz driver. Let's coin it. And now Diz going up top.
Gonna put the finishing touches on this one.
No hocus pocus, just focus. Was looking for the black magic elbow. Nobody home.
Nobody at the bottom of the well for Diz. Maybe should have gone for the cover. And oh my God, just neck first onto the knee.
Into the cover. Is that going to do it? It does. My goodness.
Here is your winner, Jordan Cruz.
Hatred and hell-bent for Jordan Cruz to get that win. Took him up and down, 12 to 6 on the clock. I guess no more sorrow for the modern Spartan.
Yeah, no more sorrow, but Diz going to be singing the sorrow after that, and all the damage done to the head and neck. Somebody's got to check on Diz. That was some malicious stuff from Jordan Cruz from bell to bell.
This was a war of attrition. Put deposits in the pain bank early by attacking the head and neck, and it worked out in the long run of this matchup. This was nasty, nasty stuff. What a main event. Where does Diz go from here? Where does Jordan Cruz go from here? We'll see you next time.